LoveLine is intended for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content, and listener discretion is advised. Listen safely for a better tomorrow from K-Rock.
I bet people couldn't recognize your presence.
Yeah, they had no idea I was here.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice... I mean, this woman here, as I look at her, she is so petite and so innocent looking. There is just no way I could ever be rude to this girl from the Throwing Muses. Ever.
Yeah. Kristin, don't you believe it.
Kirsten, I love that.
Kristin.
It's Kristin, not Kirsten. So, Dr. Drew, you know, I was hearing you talk about, you and Rodney talk about Phyllis Diller, and I want to remind our listeners that, and some of them may fit into this category, we don't know, but we don't think that all women over 70 are like Phyllis Diller, which reminds me, I talked to a guy at the Huntington Harbor Red Onion tonight, and he apparently ran into Phyllis Diller a day or two later in Beverly Hills.
Wow.
And he goes, "Hey, man, what are you doing to Poorman?" And she goes, "I don't want to hear about it anymore, man. I should have never been on that show, and I'm sick of hearing about this." Like, people are giving her a hard time.
I was not a part of this.
She was on the show for 19 minutes, and I guess we gave her some really gnarly calls, and she thought it was supposed to be this funny, light show. Her first call of the night was some 19-year-old guy porking a 13-year-old, and
She was pregnant.
Who got pregnant, and Phyllis was just like, just reamed a new one. Well, what do you think, Phyllis? Do you have any experience with this? No, I don't.
Well, shouldn't she have had more experience than most people being...
You would think that at age 74, she had probably seen a penis or two in her time,
Or a pregnant 13-year-old or two.
Yeah, or maybe so, yeah. But she was incensed, and she ended up... What were her immortal words? What we're doing, we're getting... Ann, I guess, gave Scott... He's got the tape right now, right, Ann? What we're doing is we want to get the end part of her hanging up so we can play it over and over again. But our point is on this.
You did a phone sex with Phyllis Diller?
No, it wasn't a phone sex. She was just giving advice.
But she was on a phoner.
Right. She could not come in the studio because it was past her bedtime. So she was staying at her home in, like, Bel Air or something like that and doing the show over the phone.
That's a bizarre dichotomy.
And so after 19 minutes and 3 calls, what were her immortal words, Dr. Drew?
You must let me go now. I want out.
And she goes, click.
You just put a little rhythm track behind that.
Right. So here's what our deal is. We're going to have on August 20th, my birthday, when I turn 29. And anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have an over 70 love line. And we're going to have 3 or 4 love doctors, every one of whom is going to be over 70 years of age. And the whole point is to prove that there are some people that are over 70 that are cool enough and do want to hear these problems and can give some advice. So any of you listening out there, if you got grandparents, parents, or if you're over 70 and you listen to the show, please send us a letter with a photo.
With a photo?
Yeah, I want to see a photo.
Man, why?
I just want...
Well, yeah, he just wants to. Don't send a photo if you don't want to.
An explicit photo.
A nude photo. A sexual photo. No, I guess you're right. I guess we don't have to have a photo. What's that? Jerry Garcia, is he over 70?
Looks over 70.
Yeah, he does. Well, he's done enough acid, But anyway, if anybody out there, just go ahead and send us a letter, telling us who you want to be on LoveLine. If you think they'd come on August 20th, send a letter to Over 70 LoveLine, or I guess it should be Over 70 Listener LoveLine. But Over 70 LoveLine, that gets the point across. P.O. Box 10670, Burbank, California, 91505. And that's P.O. Box 10670, Burbank, California, 91505. That should be a good show, though, don't you think,
I would like
Doctor?
to know that once you're over 70, you don't just start getting grossed out easy.
Well, the big thing that I want to know is, do they still have sex over 70? I mean, we don't really know yet, do we, Dr. Drew?
Poor man. You're amazing. Some people do, some don't. I mean, it really depends on their physical status and many other things.
So they honestly can still perform?
Yes, they can still perform. But what we found out about Phyllis is that, and I could have told you this, there is a tremendous distance between what's going on young people today and people 65 plus. I mean, they're aware of these kinds of things, but to be confronted with them and to recognize how pervasive they are really is very difficult for them.
What does pervasive mean?
Prevalent.
What's prevalent?
Here's the next call.
All right, well, we got to first sing the jingle. Have you heard the LoveLine jingle?
I haven't heard.
Oh, this is something all the way from Boston. You will love this. It goes like this: a 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. LoveLine. Oh, I guess sing it. So you try it. A 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Just what I did. LoveLine.
LoveLine.
Well, you're a singer. You should really,
Yeah,
you know.
it's not really a rock and riff. I don't know.
Okay, let's
You're
go.
here. You're here.
Later on in the show, you'll get into it. We'll have several more opportunities. Okay, this is Becky, 18 from Woodland Hills. Becky?
Yes.
Hi, you're our first caller of the night on LoveLine with Kristin from the Throwing Muses. I was going to say the Nymphs. Why was I going to do that?
Girls.
By the way,
Right.
poor man, Men at Work was on TV tonight on HBO.
Yeah, did you hear my
Yeah,
part?
we were flipping around. We thought, oh no.
Right. For anybody who hasn't seen that, that's one of the movie roles I have. One of my 1-minute feature roles. Where and Emilio Estevez stars in the movie. And I remember asking him, because he and I are friends, I go, Emilio, listen, can I be on camera when I do this? Well, Jim, you know, it'd be better if you were heard and not seen. So that was...
Is Becky just sitting here?
Becky, we don't care about you. We want to...
Oh, thanks a lot.
Can I talk about
I care,
myself all
Becky.
night?
I care.
Kristin
thank
cares.
you.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us your love problem.
Okay. I have an older brother that's 29, and
My age.
Right, exactly. and his best friend's 25, and I slept with him last week.
Who?
And you're 18?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I feel guilty because, you know, my brother's always going on saying, you know, oh, my little innocent sister, she's so cool and everything.
Were you a virgin?
Yeah.
So he was your first?
Wait. Are you being honest?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's your first?
Uh-huh.
Why did you do it with him?
Well, because I've known him ever since I was like 7.
I think it's awesome. Was it good?
Oh, well, no, not as good as I thought it would be.
I don't think it ever is.
But see, I don't know if I should tell my brother or not, because it's like he's always going on about how he trusts his best friend with me, and he knows his best friend wouldn't do anything. And then, you know.
What do you think, Kristin, from a woman's point of view here?
What's your relationship with his best friend now?
We're just you know, friends. I mean, he had. I know this sounds awful, but he has a girlfriend already and everything.
That doesn't sound awful.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Well, it sounds awful for the girlfriend, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't like. She's not a very nice person.
Did you guys? How do you know that?
She deserves
Well,
it.
because I know her. She seems like she has PMS like every single hour of the day.
Why do women? You know what? I swear, when women get into relationships, this is in my experience, and maybe it's me, but here's the deal.
I can't wait to hear this.
No, seriously, women get like that. They just
Get what?
They just are always bitching and stuff. After you get really involved with women, I swear they want to control the guy. I'm not kidding about this. I'm not trying to incite anybody, but they want to control. And
Why
then,
don't you be a little more specific? In my experience,
women become really
in the relationships I've chosen,
and the relationships I
the kinds of people I choose to be with.
Right, but I have not just. It's not just me. A lot of guys complain that women they always fight and they're jealous and.
What do you mean, like involved in a relationship?
Yeah,
they
when
fight
you-
with the guy?
Yeah, because if the guy wants to do his own thing, women get
Now,
resentful.
see, I have the opposite experience, and we could be from different generations. You being 29 and everything,
How old are
but
you?
I really have. I just turned 26 a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you have a relationship going right now?
Yes, I do.
And so what's happening there? That because you're a musician, he wants you to be at home more. Is that the problem? Or
Well,
what?
I suppose that about half of my friends are men, and for the most part, they become very quickly attached, and they're the first to think about the marriage/commitment phenomenon, and it hasn't really occurred to the women that I know that are involved with them.
Did the women just want to have a good time?
That, and they think that you can live a life in a lot of different ways.
Do you know another thing, too? I'll just throw this out, and then we'll get back to you, Becky.
Okay.
Guys over 30, this is what I hear from a lot of women. Guys over 30 who aren't married push women who are younger. They want to get married. They push them more.
Really?
That's what I just heard from women. If they haven't been married by the time they're 30, they want to get married and have a family, and they really feel the
See, I
need.
don't understand that, wanting to get married for the sake of getting married. But I don't understand how you could just say, well, now I feel like getting married, capital M, instead of saying, well, I know this person, and so I want to marry them. If I didn't know them, I wouldn't want to marry anyone.
Well, I think being that I'm not quite over 30, but I would think maybe it's because that you get worried that you're never going to have a family, or you're never
Yeah.
going to get married, and there's something wrong with you. So
That's too bad, though, that you can't intrinsically want to have a family, and that's what makes you do it.
yeah, well, Anyway, Becky.
Yeah.
How's it? So basically, the girlfriend is a bitch, and you think he's better off with you?
Well, no, not that. It's just that. Well, yeah, she is a bitch. If you're allowed to say that on radio.
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she is, but but that's not my problem. My problem is
Your brother's your problem.
Right.
Your brother has to begin to recognize that you are a human being.
Yeah.
You are not just this image of a little sister that he is impressing upon you. You're a human being, and you're an adult now, and he's got to begin to come to grips with that, and you may have to confront him with it. I mean, there's no problem with telling him this if they feel comfortable with it. If you don't. But that's his problem, not yours.
Would you mind you have a sister, Drew. Would you mind your best friend dating your sister?
Yeah, wouldn't it come between you and your best friend instead of you and your sister?
Wouldn't bother me. Would be
If
fine.
Curtis?
It'd be fine.
Really? See, he doesn't see.
I worry about my friends, but have to debrief her accordingly. Speaking of my best friends, did he wear a condom?
Are you talking to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
He wore a condom?
Oh, yes.
Was it a LoveLine condom?
No, I can't get one.
See,
Well, shoot.
I think you should sell that Condomania.
with that Sally, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Right. We should make these LoveLine condoms available. You know what we should do? We should take the van out one night. In fact, Big Dave's in the other room, and we could even ask him. We should take the van out and get like boxes of these things and have like promo it for like weeks.
I'll have him do it tonight.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Every time I do something, it involves throwing condoms. I swear to God.
Are you
I'll
always,
be playing a show and they come out and say, well, it's condom week. You have to throw rubbers out into the crowd tonight.
Are you always appearing with the poor man?
No, I've
tends
never
to
met
do.
him before, but I must have throwing rubber karma. Condom karma.
Poor man?
Yeah,
Can
Becky.
I talk to you off the air?
Sure.
Thank you.
Dave, what do you think? You can get some more of those boxes of the new Mighty Boy Stud Glove LoveLine condoms. Do you have boxes in the room over there?
They're all upstairs.
Why don't you grab a box and take the van out, and we'll just give a location. People are calling. They want to know where they can get LoveLine condoms.
Where do you want me to go?
Wherever you want. Just pick a location. You know what you should do is get a vacant shopping center somewhere.
What's his job?
He's a van driver.
All right.
Resident partier. Do you want to do that?
Sure,
is that-
let me score the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. You know, I stole one of those boxes. Is Neelu? Is that okay, Neelu, if we do that?
You won't take
that's
him
his
long. You won't take him long.
Sure. Anyway, let's go next to Valley 1. This is Michelle.
Yeah.
Are you 18 or 16?
16.
From Northridge.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, and welcome to the most mature show in radio, LoveLine, on 106.7 K-Rock.
It's really groovy.
A fascinating program with Kristin of the Throwing Muses. She's flown in from Boston just for this program.
She's totally funky.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's definitely the case.
You are just funking out there, I can tell.
Can you tell from there?
Totally.
Fully.
Well,
Completely. Absolutely.
you really scare me, poor man.
Orgasmically.
Yeah, he's scaring me right now.
scares
You're
me
not
too.
even next to him.
Every night he scares me. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, my problem is like when I'm like with a guy or whatever, and like,
Or what is or whatever?
well, like we're together, you know, just
all right.
there.
I thought that might have included something like when you said or whatever.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, like, and we're kissing or whatever, and I know it's like going to turn into something more. I have an asthma attack,
You're serious?
and it's happened like 7 times, and they like, and like 3 times I've passed out, and they get like,
Wow.
they freak out and they like call 911. It's like they know me at 911.
Oh, boy.
That's nice that they're calling 911 and not doing anything else when you pass out.
Have you had asthma for a long time?
Yeah, since I was like born.
Are you on medication for it?
I just have an inhaler, Prevental inhaler.
Have you talked to your doctor about maybe being on something prophylactic by mouth so you maybe wouldn't have an attack?
No,
Like Theodore or maybe Prevental pills, something like that?
no, because it doesn't seem like it comes at any other time.
Yeah,
Well,
but you understand how you can prepare for it then if you take the medication ahead of time.
yeah.
Okay? What else precipitates your asthma?
Are you
Bad
nervous?
air, nervousness.
Okay, well, then it's obvious that it's the nervousness in this setting that really gets you, huh?
Yeah.
Are you having sex frequently with boys?
Kinda. Well, Actually, it happens like before I have sex, so I haven't. That's what it stopped.
Is that something you want to do? You want to be having sex at 16?
I don't know. I kind of, yeah.
I think it sounds kind of kinky to have that asthma attack along with the sex.
I'm sure it would.
Stay with me. As Kristin said, you're lucky you weren't with the poor man when you passed out.
Listen, she's 16. There is no way. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to be. Maybe that's why you're so nervous.
Yeah, I think this is.
Thank you very much.
But it's like the boys at my school, they like flip out because they think, oh, if we go out with her, she's gonna die or something.
But listen,
that is so weird.
But the asthma gets you out of having to say no. Okay, I think you need to learn how to assert yourself and decide for yourself what it is you actually want in a relationship, and assert it. You've got to be able to say no if you don't want to have sex. You don't have to have an asthma attack or get so nervous that you precipitate this kind of thing. You should be more in control of where this is going.
Yeah.
And also you should prepare for it in case you have an attack anyway, and that would be by taking preventable pills or taking Theodore or something else, or certainly taking your inhaler before you go out.
Do you know I had asthma growing up?
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Well, not during sex or anything.
Okay, and?
No, I was just saying I had asthma.
Well, thanks for sharing. Okay, does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye, Michelle.
That's the first time somebody having an asthma attack before sex. That's
The first
weird.
time?
Huh?
It's not
The
uncommon.
first time we had a call on that, yeah. No, we've done the show for 8 years.
No, poor man, we have had it. We had a woman having asthma during sex. We did.
When did we have this?
About 3 or 4 months ago.
How come I don't remember?
Well, do you want me to discuss that on the air? Or?
No. Okay, Tara, 14 from Torrance.
Yeah.
Tara or Tara?
Tara.
Tara, welcome to LoveLine with Kristin of the Throwing Muses.
Hi.
Hi, Tara.
Have you heard her music yet?
I've heard a little. I heard it on Rodney.
Good music, huh?
It's pretty good.
So what's your love problem here tonight on LoveLine on 106.7 K-Rock?
Okay, well, I have a boyfriend, and he's 17. Well, I had a boyfriend, and about 7 weeks ago, he wanted me to have sex with him, and I wouldn't do it.
Are you a virgin?
Yeah.
That's good. That's fine.
And I wouldn't do it.
That's great.
But I haven't seen him since, and I've tried calling him a couple of times since.
How old's he?
17.
You know, the problem with boys is, Tara, is that they think sex is the sexiest thing there is, and that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah.
Guys get horny.
Well, wait a minute. But it's more than that. He's dumping her because of it. It's ridiculous.
Well, he's not worth it.
That's right. She should dump him.
Yeah, I just haven't talked to him since, though, so I don't know what to do. I really liked him.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, well, as Kristin could probably say, I mean, maybe he would have just, effed you and then left, also. And that's the other thing. I mean, maybe it's good that you didn't have sex with him because he might have just screwed you and taken off then, huh?
That's true.
What do you think, Kristin?
I think sex is one thing when you're 14. It's a different thing later on. And it's not necessarily the sexiest thing to do when you're not ready to do it. Well, it's good that you stood your ground then. If he doesn't know that, he will someday.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Don't be guilty, all right?
Okay, I won't.
Okay.
Thanks, poor man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we go to Valley 1 with Pam, 37 from Canoga Park. Hi.
Hi.
Pam, welcome to LoveLine.
Thanks.
From 14 to 37.
Well, first time I heard somebody my age just the other night, and I was wondering if I was the only one in my 30s that listened.
Well, I'm going to be pretty close here. In less than 2 weeks, I will turn 29.
You sure it's not 39?
Absolutely positive. Look at me. Kristin's never met me. I look very young for my age, don't you think?
Well, I've seen you on TV a couple times.
Yeah. Do you think
well, you look like maybe you're at least 35.
You think so?
Yeah.
I didn't shave, though, huh?
No, I liked that. I liked just a little bit of stubble.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a turn on?
A little.
Is this why you called?
Go ahead.
Actually, I wondered, I have this, the poor man, a herpetic lip, I think.
Yeah, uh-huh.
About every 6 to 8 months, I get blisters, but it's always on the same area, and I just wondered if you know if that's herpes or not.
Do you take care of it using...
You know, it certainly sounds like herpes. Herpes is classically described as a cluster of blisters that sit on a red base.
On the lip?
Wherever it occurs. And it can look like other things, but that's sort of the classic description of it. But any recurrent burning lesion, ulcer, can be herpes. And it sounds like that's what you're dealing with. If around the lips, it's very commonly photoactivated. That is, UV light from the sun is often what causes it to come out. So if you can protect your lip from the UV radiation with sunblocks or zinc oxide, that sort of thing, usually that will prevent or at least lessen the number of breakouts. Poorman had the experience of continuing to surf every day in spite of my warnings, and his herpes lasted about 3 months.
I know. We were on day 27.
Yeah.
You know, of the non-cured lip.
And if you can go see your physician.
Have you ever had one of those lip little sores, Kristin?
I haven't, no, but I bet it's hard to get a date.
Harder than it usually is for him. And if you go to your physician, there are 2 forms of Zovirax you can take. There's an ointment that you can take that sometimes will help.
That's the medicine for herpes,
and
right?
Then, yes, and then there are pills that you can take at the outset of the when you first feel the burning or tingling there.
You mean they have pills with...
And you can take those, and usually that will decrease the duration of the outbreak, okay?
Okay,
But then
I had one other question.
Wait a minute. Tell her the horrible thing, though. Once you get that herpetic lip, then what, Dr. Drew? Tell her the one hideous thing.
That you retain it forever, and you're virtually always contagious.
So anytime you kiss somebody, you can give them the herpetic lip to spite.
Aren't there a few different kinds of herpes viruses?
There are certainly many different kinds, but the one that causes the classic recurrent lesion that's photoactivated in the same place is a type 1 or 2 herpes that we commonly talk of, and those can be transmitted from person to person. When you have an outbreak, you are highly contagious, and certainly it can be transmitted just as easily mouth to mouth as mouth to genital.
So basically, I can't...
No,
I can't...
What, are you going to obsess about this now?
I can't sample the sushi.
I know that really devastates you.
Don't you have a sound effect for that?
No. Yes, wait a minute, we do have one.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Isn't there another question coming up before he gets a...
That's great, Poorman. That's good. What was your question? We never got...
Yeah, there's a friend of mine that for about 7 years he's been a heroin addict, and I just wondered what the long-term effects of that is. He also has high blood pressure.
Okay.
There's the sound effect.
Lord.
Opiate addiction. He's still shooting heroin?
Yeah, about 3 times a day at least.
Heroin, addiction is a potentially terminal illness. Opiate addiction particularly is extremely dangerous. People very often... become involved in circumstances that are dangerous. They take risks that are outrageous. They obviously get AIDS very frequently. Heroin addicts are at risk for very, very serious infections of the heart and peripheral infections, pneumonias that normal people don't get. The talc that's injected with the heroin can get caught in the lungs and cause a restrictive lung disease. This is obviously not a healthy thing to be doing. His life is in danger so long as the disease of addiction continues.
Yeah, I mean, he can pass out and then just wake up just like that.
Well, this heroin addiction is one of the most serious forms of addiction there is, and his life is in danger. If he does not get treatment for that illness, it's not going to get better by itself. The natural history of heroin addiction is to death, ultimately.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to say hi to one of my friends. Hi, Bonnie.
Okay, let me give you a number.
Bonnie.
Let me give you a number if you want to talk to somebody about addiction again off the air here. It's 818-356-2789, 818-356.
Okay, wait, could you say that number again?
818-356-2789. There are counselors and nurses at Las Encinas Hospital that can discuss this with you at length. 818-356-2789, okay?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye. I think we should, why don't we play one of your songs right now? You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, we have here Kristin of the Throwing Muses. Real quickly, tell me about the Throwing Muses, okay? I'm not that familiar with the band. You guys, I know you've had a lot of albums out, and I was talking to you briefly off the air. You haven't gotten a ton of airplay with your stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that to belittle you, but that's been a battle for you, huh?
I wouldn't say it's a battle necessarily. It hasn't happened, but that's not really my end of the music industry spectrum.
Does that frustrate you, though, or do you just keep putting out your music and that doesn't bother you?
It would be a relief if music I liked this much was part of the music business at large. But other than that, I would be afraid that it would get in the way of my job if I started thinking that way.
So you don't want to think commercially. You just want to do the music and then let, Sire worry about it.
Yeah, well, so far, commercially to artists means reaching for the lowest common denominator, which is rude, I think, to do to the listening public, and so we don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Can you support yourself, though, financially? I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, can you make enough money not getting that airplay,
Yeah,
Or do you have to have another job, or,
I haven't had another job since our first record, except raising my 2 kids.
Really? You have 2 kids?
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's cool. Good for you. So what album is this? How many does this...
About 7th, maybe, or something.
Really? We get frustrated all the time because we figure LoveLine should be a national syndication yesterday, or we should be network TV or worldwide television distribution. And then I look at her with the 7 albums, and she's just, it doesn't even bother her.
Are you learning something?
No, yeah. I don't know how she does it. She must be on Zovirax. The other thing, Big Dave is here too. And Dave, this is what we're gonna do with the K-Rock LoveLine condoms.
I thought he was throwing stuff out already.
Well, he was gonna do it tonight, but the thing is, it's so late. So
well, also everything's locked upstairs.
Oh,
and
you
I can't
losers!
Get it till tomorrow.
You're not even gonna do it.
Well, listen to this
But
plan.
listen, we got a plan.
We got a plan. I like this idea. Tell them what we're gonna do here.
How about Monday through Thursday? I'll go out every night with the K-Rock van with a box of condoms.
And to a different location.
Yeah, we'll hit like Cerritos, we'll hit Orange County, an LA location probably out east.
Right, San Fernando Valley too.
Exactly.
So what do you think of that, Dr. Drew? That's fine. I got one of these boxes. There's probably at least 1,000 condoms in the boxes. So many, dude.
Probably one night supply for you?
Yeah, exactly. For me and my right wrist.
And your herpetic lip?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to put one on my lips next time I kiss somebody. There was actually one girl who said I gave her a herpetic lip. I swear to you.
Is that the only girl you kiss?
No.
There's more than one girl that you gave a herpetic lip.
But let's put this in proper perspective before you just end my love life.
Glad I'm on the other side of this desk.
The thing is, these herpetic lips are not caused by normal ways. It's like through bacteria.
Anyway, stay tuned and we'll tell you how to get K-Rock condoms, all right?
Play the music here, poor man. Come on.
All right, okay. This song, let's play this song that's going to be on K-Rock. What is this? Is this Sinful? What's it called?
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Fire pile?
I mean, Fire Pile. Sinful.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Is that the song that's going to be the single?
Yes.
Fire Pile? Okay, this is Kristin, the Throwing Muses. How many other muses are there that we're missing?
2.
2, and that's who?
Bernard George on bass and David Narcizo on drums.
Okay, here are the Throwing Musics. Throwing Muses on 106.7 K-Rock LoveLine. Oh, wait, this hasn't queued yet, Doc. It has not queued.
You guys are sharp.
No, it was showing queued, poor man.
But then you press the button.
Well.
Now I've got to redo this. Is this a complete album, by the way? Is it really? There is some karma here to this. For some reason, our machine doesn't want to play the music.
Yeah. We do have some kind of a curse.
Okay, here it is. Whoop, now it just cut out.
You see? Try a different CD player.
Man. Next time Scott Mason gives us crap, when he tattles on management like he always does about something, why don't we explain how he can't get our CDs working?
Really, my CD is working.
Maybe it's in the container wrong or something.
This is really a bummer. Is that
I could hum it for you.
this is can you guys, Rob, call in Scott. Scott can usually do this.
What's wrong with it?
Is it upside down, maybe?
No.
Let me try it.
Here. No, that's just.
Why don't we take a call while they're messing around with
Use
it?
it differently.
No.
Why don't you get rid of some commercials, poor man?
No,
Get
here.
that down.
This will work.
It's just throwing music. Nobody plays them anyway. Doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, we're gonna play them. We're gonna fix this thing. I don't care if we take the rest of the night on this show. Okay.
You may just take the rest of this night.
Why don't you play Furious? It's a great song.
Dude,
The
we can't
first
play
song.
Let me try
Okay.
something.
Wait a minute.
Let me try something.
I'm sure this is fascinating to our listeners. Okay.
Okay, now you're doing it manually, right, Rob?
Yeah.
As opposed to machine-like.
Okay, try it now.
Well, that thing's blinking.
Just try it. See what
Okay.
happens.
Nothing.
That was good.
Nice job, Rob.
Maybe this is why they
I
don't
got
play
farther
us.
than you did.
We want to play you.
Yeah, right.
Why
I
is this-
love this band.
Why is it? You heard we did have the first. Boop. Here, let's hear that one more time. Here's the Throwing Muses on LoveLine on 106.7. Oh, we got another one now. We got another CD of theirs. Nothing's queuing now. Okay, try this one. Wait a
Hello,
minute.
Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got
No. Let's cue that properly.
Wow, this is cool. I'm really confused.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what we'll do now. We're gonna queue up Phyllis Diller for all these. It's ready. Well, I'm just re-queuing it. This is Phyllis Diller saying that she couldn't handle LoveLine. This is for all you people that are over 70 or you want somebody over 70. Here's how uncool
Hello,
Phyllis.
Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing, and I can't relate to this at all. Do you hear?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen,
I find it most depressing. I thought it was a funny show.
really it's too much for you,
Too
Phyllis?
much. Can't stand it.
Well, do you want to give some more calls a try?
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay, Phyllis. Jeez.
No.
Listener, I want out.
Oh, that's so sad, though.
Menopause. I want out.
I didn't know it was so sad.
I love that. That's so good. We got to play. Okay, here's the Throwing Muses. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing, and I can't relate to this at all. Do you hear? I find it most depressing. I thought it was a funny show.
Really? It's too much for you,
Too
Phyllis?
much. Can't stand it.
Well, do you want to give some more calls a try?
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay. Phyllis? Jeez.
It's not really fair that Phyllis can get out, but the pregnant 13-year-old can't.
Exactly. I mean,
She's
Phyllis,
sitting in her house
you know
in
what
Bel
Phyllis
Air.
is? Exactly. This is what so many celebrities do. I mean, all they do is they live in their little Hollywood world.
It's
you know,
true.
it's so true. I mean, and so many of these. I'm sorry to bag on film stars, but so many of these so-called, and I apologize to my friends who are in the Brat Pack, but these so-called people that just exist in Malibu and
It's
live
true.
in a
It's
close.
called courageous if they have cancer because they're famous, as if they're supposed to run out and kill themselves, which, wouldn't be courageous or something. Where everybody, walking down the street has twice as many problems as they do, and they have
Right.
no idea because those people aren't
Well,
famous.
you know what I hate about celebrities, and I mean, a lot of my friends are people from just normal life. In fact, I don't ever hang out here. I mean, I live at the beach, which probably doesn't sound that hardcore, but on the same hand, I mean, all my friends are pretty much normal people, but most of these like television and film people just hang in their little cliques. I mean, I think music people are different. I think music people mix more with regular.
We're all poor.
But I swear, and I'm sure a lot of people who know film stars and TV stars know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Just this sort of like inner little sanctum.
Kristen, let me ask you something. How do you feel about Magic being portrayed as courageous?
That's different.
Is it?
I believe, because he didn't have to come out and do all that he has done. It's when they show people sitting by their pools and doing their gardening in their big castles and saying, well, something bad happened to them, therefore they're courageous, rather than, I mean, I hate to get lefty, but, they're homeless people lying on the streets everywhere.
Meanwhile, the Vietnam vet is sitting with his sign on the street corner in the family, trying to get money or a job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know, but hey,
We're getting happy tonight.
yeah. Okay, let's sing.
I thought this was a funny show.
Really?
You must let me out.
Wait a minute.
No, don't play it again.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing, and I can't relate to this at all. Do you hear?
Yeah,
That's not an
absolutely. Listen,
excuse.
I find it most depressing. I thought it was a funny show.
really, it's too much for you,
Too
Phyllis?
much. Can't stand it.
Well, do you want to give some more calls a try?
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay. Phyllis? Jeez. That is, I swear, I'm going to take that home and loop it on my...
The best part is Phyllis click.
Then, jeez.
You know what we should do? We should sell tapes of this. And actually, we should give them away. We should make tapes for every one of our listeners to have
They
that.
just throw them out with the condoms out of the van.
I must get out.
You call Phyllis Diller Phyllis. That's so great.
Well, what is it? What else should I call her? I could call her...
Mrs. Diller.
Yeah. Okay, let's sing our LoveLine jingle. A 1 and 2. We can sing it together. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. LoveLine. Jim.
Hey.
Jim 22 from Los Alamitos?
Yep.
Jim, I must get out.
What can we do for you, Jim?
Jim, what's your love problem?
Oh, this is a question for the doc.
Yes.
Jim.
No, don't play it again.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, Doc. My grandfather died about a week ago, and
Well, that is a bummer.
yeah, it is. And I went off the deep end, and I was up at school, and anyways, I went to see some of my friends who did drugs, and I experimented with some. Problem is, my school does drug testing, and I start back in about a month.
What kind of school is it?
Do I have to say?
Well, I mean, you don't have to say what school, but I mean, graduate school or college or what?
It's a college.
Okay. And
they do drug testing because of the situation. And they told me it was hashish. I found out later it was actually crack, and it was a really bad trip, and I'm really scared.
You sure it was crack?
They told me it was.
Okay. And do you do drugs? Or you?
No, I don't. I just went off the deep end.
So you just started acting out and experimenting and.
No, I didn't even mean to because I was.
Well,
I was so depressed.
You meant to do hash.
I didn't even mean to experiment. I was just so depressed. I was looking for an escape.
Okay. Crack will generally stay in the urine up to about 72 hours.
72 hours?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
It's particularly after a single ingestion like that.
Okay. I was just really upset because it could mean a lot to me if I were to screw up like that.
How long will it have been at the time you're tested?
At least a month.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Okay.
But
How are you handling the grandfather thing now?
I'm going to see somebody probably. It's still.
Kristin, you ever had to deal with loss of family members or anything like that?
It's the first time.
I've lost a few people, but it might be more important to say that everybody has a need for drugs, but we haven't found drugs that don't make us sick yet. That if you don't lose that need, I mean, it might happen that way, but you have to try and not make yourself sick because it's very dangerous.
I don't even want to make myself sick. I just wanted to escape for a little bit because he meant
But
so much
so
to
far, we haven't found any
I know.
forms of escape that don't hurt us worse.
Now I'm dealing with it, and I'm going to probably see somebody about it because
No.
let me talk to somebody about counseling or something.
I think that's good.
good.
Getting through the grieving at this point will be important, and it's a tough process sometimes.
And you often come out much stronger. You know, it's been said a million times before, but you know, people chop away at you and things chop away at you, and you grow because of that.
It meant so much to me, and hearing about it, and then having to come back home for this, because I wasn't planning to come home this summer, and it just really disorientated me, and I really didn't want to deal with it.
It's a big part of living, and now when you look at all the other people that you love, you know that that's there on the other side, and you appreciate them a little more.
I really am. It's really drawing my family closer together, and they're helping me out a lot too. I haven't even told them about it. So the flight was the next day, so I just went and did it, and now I'm home. I thank you for your help.
All right.
Hey, man, you hang in there, okay?
Do you have that number for drug dependency again, or
Lost and seen us?
Yeah, it's 818 356 2789. 356-2789.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Kristin, very...
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing.
Kristin, very, very interesting way of looking at drug use, because in fact, if you look at human history, man, if indeed always been compelled, man in the generic sense, to use substances to alter their sensorium or to affect them, and the fact is that's correct. Even though we have that natural kind of element in our makeup, these things harm us.
Yeah. I think people often get into trouble by thinking it's some kind of personality defect that they'll never get over, instead of thinking that it might just be there and there's a little bit of work that they're capable of doing.
It's not a personality. I mean, we understand it as a biology now. We understand that people that are predisposed to go onto these things have a specific and unique biology that predisposes them. And all personalities, if they have that biology, are predisposed.
Right.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing.
I'm starting to hate the fact that Scott carted that out.
I bet she's got a pretty good lawyer, too.
Why? Listen, she's on the show. You know, it was her. She voluntarily came on.
She can't stand it.
Well, more calls to try.
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay. Phyllis? Jeez. I'm sorry. I apologize to all you listeners if you think I'm running that too much. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful. That thing. I mean, that justifies me doing this show.
You know, and if you were syndicated television, that would have been all the more priceless to see that big hair walking off the set.
I know exactly. To see her going, Drew, Dr. Drew, I can't handle it. I'm out of here.
Can you imagine her expression at the time? And we'll never know.
Oh, I'm sure it was just horrendous. And like that guy who ran into her, I don't want to hear about it anymore. Anyway, let's go to Valley One. Now, again, for any people 70 or older, if you have parents or grandparents, we want to get some cool over 70-year-olds for our LoveLine on August 20th when we have over 70 LoveLine. That should be great.
Can the young folk come up with the...
Anybody over 70.
Yeah, they can come up there.
So it'll be like a family-type night.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. You can bring your grandparents up or your parents or whatever. And
So
you
it's
guys
going to be very
come up.
busy up here that night.
Right. Well, but we want the love doctors to be the people 70 and over.
Okay.
Okay, this is Stacy, 19 from Van Nuys. Stacy?
Hi.
Hi. You're on LoveLine.
Hi.
All right. Did you hear Phyllis?
Yeah.
Did you hear it 50 times?
It's pretty.
All 50 times.
Isn't it funny, though?
It is funny. See, I didn't hear it last week, so.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I hope this isn't depressing because I want out.
No, it's not depressing. You guys will probably find it funny, actually.
Okay.
Oh, that's depressing.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's your love problem on LoveLine on 106.7 K-Rock?
Okay, I have this fear. When I'm performing oral sex with my boyfriend, I have this fear of swallowing.
Kristin?
You know what? I think a lot of men...
Do you like to swallow?
Well, I do find that some people are offended if you don't, or more that it is known to be a sign of true love. And I don't know whether that's because it's a very loving thing to do or because if you love someone, you would do anything for them.
Some women love swallowing, though.
Yeah, that's true.
They just dig it. I mean,
I actually knew a nun. I don't know if I should be saying this.
Sure you should.
Well, that's the end of the story, pretty much.
You knew a nun?
Yeah, who was very much into that.
A nun?
Yeah, a nun.
Do you personally like that? I mean, some women do and some don't.
It depends on my mood, I guess.
So, but it's
I'm
not.
a lady.
What?
I have moods.
So sometimes sometimes you like it and sometimes you don't. So what would you advise?
Yeah.
What would you advise her then?
Well, how does this fear manifest itself?
What was
You're
it?
just afraid, and
Yeah,
so
I
it
don't-
bugs you, but you don't like have asthma attacks or anything.
I don't know. I mean, I've always, with all my boyfriends, I've always felt this way. I have no problem.
Do you feel like you have to?
You know what? Can you turn your radio down, Stacy?
Yeah, sure.
Because you're listening to the radio because it's got that 7-second FCC savoir
Okay.
delay. Okay, go ahead now.
Okay. I feel like, it's not that I feel like I should. I don't feel pressured to do it. I feel like he wants me to. And
That's pressure.
well, no. He doesn't make me feel that way, but I feel, guys like that. And I feel like
Guys do love it. I swear.
Poor man, once again.
No, they like it.
Once again.
What do you want me to do? Say they don't like it?
No, I want you to...
Guys, do the guys like swallowing? Yay or nay?
I've never swallowed.
No, I mean...
I want you to learn to stop generalizing and speak for yourself.
I love it. Okay. I love it when a woman does the swallowing trick. And I'll tell you something, most guys like it. I'm convinced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
But he's sleeping with a person.
Yeah, if she
And
doesn't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah,
don't
you're
even,
the one
don't
he's sleeping with, so...
Don't even
do you
think...
do you think I'll ever get over this fear?
Maybe you won't. Don't even think twice about it. If you're not comfortable with it, forget it.
Just don't do it?
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Does she like doing the other part of it before the swallowing?
Yeah, do you like oral sex?
Yeah. Yeah, I have no problem with that.
You just don't like to go all the way and make it the spick and span.
Yeah, exactly.
But listen, we believe that might be how some of the AIDS virus is transmitted. So you may be reasonable.
But why do we have
not
to
do
get
it.
heavy over that? Suppose they're
I'm not gonna
clean.
get heavy. She doesn't want to do it. That's fine. That's fine.
Why don't you like it?
I don't know if I like it or not because I've never tried it.
Then you got to try it. You like it.
All right, maybe I will.
I think you called the wrong show, I think.
Yeah.
Poor man will not give up on this
Why?
one.
I mean, some women do like it. Am I right on that, Kristin? Some women
Oh
like it.
yeah, definitely.
Well,
Are you
okay.
a nun?
That's what now a nun doing this and not.
I know. Yeah, I shouldn't have brought that up because it's a long story.
But obviously, we don't know who or where and anything like that.
But we should call her.
But is
and
this
get her on the
somebody
show.
who was in trouble with her? Call it profession? Nunness.
No. This was a nun talking about her
Past.
pre-nun days.
I see. And she's still.
She was a little kooky as a nun. She slept with Jesus and stuff.
Very Stacy?
Yeah.
Maybe something that might help you is you probably are worried a little bit about the taste also, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say about that, Kristin? Because I've never tasted it.
I would think that if you're thinking about that, then you really don't want to do it right then.
Right.
What is the taste
And as
like?
soon as you're not thinking about that, then that's the time to try it and see what you think.
What is semen
Oh,
taste?
shut up.
Thank you. Thanks for your call.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kristin, you're learning exactly how to handle the poor man. Good work.
Eve.
Hello?
Eve, 37, another 37-year-old from West LA. See, they are out there.
Yes, we are out here.
Eve,
Yes.
what do you think of swallowing?
It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Eve,
see?
how many guys don't
Poor man.
like that?
Well, some guys don't. Like, most guys I've known do like it.
Of course. Okay.
Not all.
Okay, now you had a comment about the LoveLine condom.
Yes. We were at Redondo Beach Pier yesterday where they were giving them out.
Was Big Dave? Hi, I'm Big Dave.
And the Rams cheerleaders.
Oh, they were giving out the LoveLine condoms?
Yeah,
The Ramettes?
whatever they're
The
called.
Ramrods?
They're like blue and yellow uniforms. Anyway, so
Beautiful.
we, I was with my boyfriend. We decided to try one, and it was too tight for him.
Was that the blue condom?
Yeah.
No, it was red.
It was a red...
Yeah, it's one of these new. What are they? He mentioned it on the air. What kind they were?
Don't you have sizes? Like starting at gargantuan and...
It was a little tight, though?
It was tight enough to be uncomfortable for him.
Well, did it break?
No, it didn't break, but it.
Did it make him last longer because of the tightness?
No. He didn't enjoy it at all.
So we have a fitting problem with our LoveLine condom?
Yeah. I mean, he's well endowed, but I don't think he's unusually large.
What do you think about that, Dr. Drew, about our LoveLine condom? Huh?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. What's the solution here?
We'll look into it, okay? We'll see if maybe there's some manufacturing error in these things, and we'll see.
All right.
Okay?
Can I say something about Phyllis Diller?
Yes.
I think you guys are being unfair to her. I mean,
Did you hear the show?
Yeah, I heard the show. That was last Wednesday, right?
Right.
I listened to it, and like right from the beginning, she had not been prepared for this show. And
We had been told otherwise, though. They say we had been told not only was she prepared, this was something she was looking forward to and knew all about.
really?
Plus, you know what disturbed me? Do you remember when her publicist was on after that?
Right.
Who wasn't even listening to the show in the car?
Right. Well, that doesn't
The publicist,
surprise me.
but the publicist was the one that led us to believe that she was
If
ready
that
to go.
publicist worked for my company, I'd give her a week off. I swear. I mean, for the publicist not even to listen to the show she's booking people on. I mean, and you know what? Phyllis pays that publicist to put her on programs to give her exposure. So, I mean, this woman ought to get a spanking.
But that's right. I mean, there's no doubt that Phyllis was caught off guard, and really, maybe she would have chosen not to come on if she'd recognized exactly what we talk about here.
Yeah, I mean, even at my age, which is like half her age, it's like when you hear about a 13-year-old girl, I mean, I know that it happens, but, I mean, obviously when people are calling, it's obviously more prevalent than just an isolated incident.
It happens a lot.
And the
that's
13-year-olds are always going to be there, It hurts everybody, especially the 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, and I think I think the show provides a service in that people can come out and talk about it because obviously kids are not getting whatever sort of training or discussion with family members so that they aren't starting this so early.
But you know what, though? You know what gets me is Phyllis probably living in her little Hollywood clique on the Hollywood squares or doing her little, her little television routine. I mean, it's kind of sad in a way that she can't be mellow enough to just, or cool enough to just talk to this person, you know?
Well, she probably has grandkids that age, and I can see how she'd be shocked.
But those grandkids could get pregnant, and then what is she going to do? Not talk to them?
That's true.
But your point is well taken, believe me.
All right.
Phyllis could have been like Paul Weller and just come on the show and played music.
Which was worse.
I think Kristin's doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
I'm from Boston, and I
Are you
remember
really?
seeing you years ago in this club across from Boston Garden. I don't remember the name.
Oh, no kidding.
You were 3 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
And now what
Well,
are you?
I fire the rest of the girls.
Now you're you and 2 guys, right?
Yeah. The girls are very good friends still. Thank you for going to see us when we were, I guess, 10 or something. What are you doing out here?
Going to school.
Wow.
At age 37?
Yeah.
Back to school,
Good
huh?
for you. Did you know that everyone in my prenatal class was over 35?
That's great. There's hope for me yet.
Thanks for your call.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Wait. What? Oh no. Oh, we'll do this when we come back. Folks, you must stay with us because we're going to take care of some business, play some more Throwing Muses, and then we have another very special treat. Do not turn off your radio through all these commercials at KROQ-FM Pasadena, Los Angeles, the LoveLine. Here's our phone numbers, LA and San Gabriel Valley, 520-1067. How come we haven't gotten any faxes tonight, by the way?
I was editing. I have no idea.
Orange County, 977-1067. San Fernando Valley, 764-1067. Or I think is our fax machine working, you guys?
There's tons of them.
Are there?
For you, actually.
What?
There's one for you.
Really? Bring them on in. How many did we get? Like
Tons.
one?
No, tons.
Really? Bring them. Who are you, by the way?
He's Bernard. He's the bass player.
Oh, okay. Hey, Bernard. Oh, really?
Part of the band.
You're part of the band? Why don't you come on the show, too?
He's shy.
Bernard, just sit down,
Are
man.
we on the air right now?
Yeah, we are on the air. It's 818.
Lord, you guys are cash.
Is that other guy? Are you in the band, too? No. What about the other guy out
He's
there?
running around getting faxes, I guess.
Bring everybody in.
Here, let me read the faxes.
Dude, are you in the band too?
I'm in the band
You guys all should sit down here, you know? As long as it's okay with Kristin. Is that cool for you?
That's cool for me.
Okay.
They're boys. They're not very sensitive, though.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
There's a really mean
8
letter about you on there, actually.
for me?
About you, yeah.
Ooh, where? Show me. I love meanness. Show me where I get trash.
The Anti-Poor Man Club.
Ooh, the Anti-Poor Man Club. Oh, here's a little a little cartoon
Press
of
is
Phyllis.
press.
There's a little woman here, like an old woman, going, "I want out."
Oh, that's great. Might as well be syndicated TV.
Here he goes. This is the Anti-Poor Man Club. Are you a member? Poor man, I detest you as I stated before. I think you suck. You're rude, selfish, and crack dumb jokes about people's doink size. I bet Bono's 3-incher is bigger than yours. Don't dump on people's problems. I'm sure you've had to have problems yourself. That's true, I have. Mental problems, in fact, and wouldn't enjoy someone bagging on them in front of 2 million people. In fact, whoever wrote this...
That's like he doesn't listen. I'm sorry.
Okay. You know, I talk about all my problems all the time. I feel really sorry for the poor baby, for my kid, for Dr. Drew and the K-Rock staff who had to work with you every night. A lot of people like you, poor man, and that's cool. It's their opinion, but my friends and I wish you would melt like the Wicked Witch. My ratings. Eee! Hasta, you shallow swine. From a secret admirer, not the mentally rich woman. And this is the Anti-Poor Man Club.
Wow.
Long live Dr. Drew, by the way. Anyway, let's play.
He wants out. He's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, we're going to take care of some business right now. So you guys got the fax number 818 or 213-520-1FAX. And Kristin and the rest of the Throwing Muses will be back with more love advice next on LoveLine on Carolla. And that's the Throwing Muses, and all of them are here right now. Pull the mic down there. Why don't you introduce the rest of your band? They just came on LoveLine, Kristin.
This is Bernard George, Boston musician, playing bass guitar.
Hey, Bernard.
How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And this is Dave Narciso, who was voted second best drummer in the world by International Musician.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah.
Who was the
Number
best?
2.
Who was number 1?
We don't talk about
He has a
Neil.
lot of symbols.
Who?
Neil Peart.
From Rush.
From Rush?
Yeah.
We'll get rid of him.
Well, welcome to the show also.
Thank you.
And one more time, we got to do this. This is Phyllis Diller in her one rendition of the LoveLine jingle, and we'll go right back
This
into...
is good. This is worth playing.
I don't think I've
time.
heard this yet.
We'll go right back into the calls after this.
LoveLine.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got to make Phyllis always a part of our show. I want out. Oh, God. This is my favorite new toy. For those of you who didn't hear Phyllis last Wednesday, we're going to do this one more time. Well,
for those of you who haven't heard the 50 repeat plays tonight,
Phyllis Diller could not handle LoveLine, and which has prompted us a week from Thursday to do the over 70 LoveLine to prove that there are people that can handle the show. Here's Phyllis after 19 minutes on the show.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing, and I can't relate to this at all. You hear?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen,
I find it most depressing. I thought it was a funny show.
Really? Is it too much for you, Phyllis?
Too much. Can't stand it.
Well, you want to give some more calls a try?
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Jeez. Oh, man. You got to love that. That almost makes... Who cares if she,
Oh, definitely.
It's
Well,
the-
you certainly wouldn't be playing her show over and over again if she enjoyed herself.
This is the best move Phyllis has made in her career in years.
She's going to be a cult hero now. We really call her up, ask her a question.
Okay. One more time. You're Bernard and
David.
Okay. And this is Greg, 34 from Sherman Oaks. Man, are we getting older callers tonight or what? Our demos are increasing.
Hey, about time.
Yeah. You know what? We honestly get that comment, Greg, from a lot of older people that it's hard for them sometimes to listen to teenage love problems. You've heard that, right, Dr. J?
Yeah.
Hey, we've all been there,
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of depressing,
When was the last time Phyllis saw a penis,
Okay, Greg, what's your love problem here?
Well, it's kind of a question for Dr. Drew. I have a hobby, you might call it. I'm kind of into body piercing. And I have several piercings, and yeah, it's a little uncomfortable when it's done. But I'm preparing to go for a genital piercing. And I've, taken care of studying everything. I found the proper piercing that won't rupture a condom. My only concern is, of course...
Which piercing is that?
Dido.
Which is what?
It goes through the flared edge of the glands parallel to the penile shaft.
Okay.
And it's done with a barbell stud.
You have one of those?
No. Go ahead.
Hey, don't knock it, poor man. If you ever had the bone honed by a lady with a tongue stud, you'd appreciate this. I'm just returning the favors.
Are you serious? You like that?
Like a heart attack.
Really?
Oh, you should try it with the warm water and the ice water. Anyway.
Heart attack, all right.
Okay, Dig, I'm trying to figure out if there is a topical anesthetic that is powerful enough to, help the deep tissue piercing, because this is not going to be comfortable.
I'm afraid the answer to that is no. There are topical agents that can be used, but they really only dermis and subdermal anesthetics.
Yeah.
You're going usually well into the soft tissue. You can freeze it sometimes with ethyl chloride. Xylocaine jelly will probably do nothing, and the only thing that can be done would be have it actually injected with xylocaine.
Yeah, no, they don't do that
Right.
piercing
Right.
videos.
Right.
Dude, I'm sorry I can't be there with you.
Hey, you should have seen it. I took a friend along when I had nipple piercings done, and he lost it.
Take a friend.
Why do you like that though?
Well, there are a couple of reasons. First of all, the adrenaline rush. Okay, I don't do any drugs or alcohol whatsoever. So the adrenaline and endorphin rush afterwards is intense. And the second reason is they can be fun. Different strokes for different folks and all that. And the kind of women that I tend to go out with like this sort of thing. And a lot of the girls I go out with are pierced themselves. So we have some amusing times.
Is it Brian? I'm sorry.
It's Bernard.
Bernard, what did you want to comment at all on that?
No, I was actually...
Have you gotten some piercings or anything?
I've gotten my ear pierced. It's quite painful. I enjoyed it.
Did you get a rush?
I think I
Did
got...
you get the endorphin
You bit
high?
the bullet, though, right?
a
You
boost
can
of
take it.
endorphin.
No, I did my ear. I did 3 holes in my ear myself. That's nothing. I
It
did
was
my...
something for me.
Yeah. No, when I got my tongue done, I know, poor man, you don't sample the sushi, but my tongue piercing has made me a very special friend to a number of ladies.
How many holes do you have in you?
Let's see, 2, 5, 6. Right now, 6. I'm going for 3 more.
All on the penis?
Yeah, there's going to be 3 at 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Kind of making an upward pointing triangle.
How do you bring this up in conversation before they find out for themselves, or do you?
You know, generally, I don't have to say anything. You know, I mean, well,
it's just implied?
Well, well, the tongue piercing is pretty obvious because when I talk, you can see it.
What do you put in your tongue? Is it like a
Wait a
stud?
second. Go a little
Sorry, what do you put in your tongue? It's a barbell?
It's called, well, you can either use a barbell stud or what they call a labrette, which is commonly used to be set under the lip. But I have the barbell stud, a 12-gauge barbell stud.
Is that like one of the weights that you see in the Olympics?
It looks like it. It's nice and stainless steel, you know. Everything is done on very sanitary conditions. I mean, autoclaved, and, you know, the piercers wear rubber gloves and masks, and yeah, it's very clean. It's you feel comfortable going in, which is good. It's just I have a feeling I'm going to go in there and suddenly have the penis of a 10-year-old when I see that needle, you know. So that's the only...
Kristin, how would you react if you suddenly unzipped a pair of pants and found a penile ring?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering.
Would
I
you?
can't say right now.
You've never experienced that?
No.
Would you like to?
I can't say right now.
Well, I will tell you, I've talked to a number of girls who have had clitoral piercings.
Yeah, we saw that. You remember when the
Christ!
Remember when the do you remember, Greg, when the gauntlet people were up here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she showed us her clitoral ring. It was
it Elaine? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, it's too bad you're not on TV.
Yeah, I don't even remember her name. Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's very good and very fast.
Well, listen, man, you just go get those rings and.
Oh, not rings. They'll tear a condom.
They will.
Yeah, that's why I'm very careful about this.
Just say no to rings.
Dude, just construct a little crown on your head, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, let's go to Orange County 2, where we've got, as Phyllis would always say.
I can't listen to this anymore.
That's not Phyllis, is it?
No, but...
Oh, no, I didn't like that. Mike, 15 from Chino. Mike?
Hello?
Hi, you wanted to talk to the Throwing Muses. And
yeah.
Kristin, the singer. We got Bernard, who's bass player. Bernard?
Si, senor.
And who does regular? Do you play regular guitar? Are you the main guitarist also, Kristin?
I play all the guitar. Regular guitar?
I mean, not the lead guitar.
I'm the only guitarist.
You're the and Bernard's bass and
drums. David's
on the
number
drum.
2.
Okay, tell me it 20 times. Okay, you wanted to ask a question to the band, right?
Yeah, I was wondering if the first album will be released in America soon.
We're hoping. We've been trying to make that happen for a long time. It's up to Ivo at 4AD, and he seems to be working on a licensee deal right now that is a release of the first 2 albums. The second one is an EP called Chains Changed. They would be together on a CD.
I afraid you guys are like my favorite group. I like you guys so much.
Thank
you. I was
you.
wondering if you have like a fan club or something, because I really would like an autographed picture of all you guys.
We did have a fan club, but it became just overwhelming for the guy running it. So you can write to either of our labels, Sire, Warner Brothers in the U.S., and 4AD in the rest of the world, and you can get almost anything from them. Plus, we sell T-shirts on the road and stuff. So.
Yeah, because I was looking all over for T-shirts and I couldn't find one.
Is that where most of your success is overseas? Is that?
Oh, we're huge overseas.
No, but you were saying you're released over there faster than here?
Well, our first few albums were released over there, so we're a relatively new band in America, even though we're American.
How bizarre. That's really strange.
You have a really incredible voice.
Oh, thank you.
And I just kind of wish that Tanya was back on the band. Well, just tell her that her band is great, too.
I will.
What's her band?
Belly.
Oh, okay.
All right. Keep up the good work, all right?
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Okay, let's go to LA 2. Yeah, we got Sammy, is it? 17 from LA. Sammy.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on LoveLine with the Throwing Muses. We got Kristin, Bernard, and David.
Oh, hi.
Hello. How you doing?
Hi.
What's your love problem on LoveLine?
Yeah, I would like to speak to Dr. Groom.
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, I've been gangbanging since '86,
Mm-hmm.
and I got tired of it because I lost a lot of my friends.
Since you were 12?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And just a couple of months ago, I lost my favorite cousin,
Mm-hmm.
and he was about to change his life around. He was expecting a baby from his girlfriend, and they killed him. And after that, I just felt like killing myself
Mm-hmm.
because I'm tired of it.
You're what? You're tired of it?
Yeah.
Are you using drugs?
Yeah, I was using acid and rocks and weed.
PCP?
Nah, just weed mixed with rocks.
Are you using that regularly?
No, I stopped. I stopped 2 months ago after he died.
You stopped everything?
Yeah.
And you've been pretty depressed since then?
Yeah. I have a little girl also, and my ex-girlfriend won't let me see the baby because of gangbanging.
Are you still gangbanging?
Oh well, I stopped a couple of weeks, but every time I see my homeboys, I want to go back and do the same things.
It's hard. Have you been talking to anybody in the community about this?
There is nobody to talk to.
Is there a church or anything nearby that you can talk to?
Nah.
Okay.
Because every time I need some help, it's like they turn their back on you, because you're Hispanic and because you look dangerous,
All right. I wish we could help you get out. It's hard. It's not easy. I have had other people, I've treated patients who get treatment for their addiction and then go live in a recovery home for a few months and use that as a way of initiating their release or their escape from all this. And then they eventually move. That's certainly an option, and you heard me give a number earlier for an organization that treats this treats addiction. It's 818-356-2789. I'm going to give you two other numbers, okay? Okay, Community Youth Gang Services. All right, it's 213-266 GANG. That's G-A-N-G. G-A-N-G. 213-266-GANG.
What's that again?
That's the Community Youth Gang Services. All right, and then one other call is for high-risk youth. It's the California Youth Crisis Line. Again, they're also used to dealing with these kinds of problems. It's an 800 number, 800-843. 800-843-5200.
5200.
Okay, the first one was a 213 number. This one is an 800 number.
All right, then.
And then the very first number I gave you for the chemical dependency was an 818-356-2789. All right?
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Sammy, good luck.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Just say this is Poorman talking. Listen, we wish you all the best. I'm just curious, when you gangbang, what are the things you do? Because I've never been in a gang, but what are some of the things that they make you do, or that you guys think is the thing?
They don't make you do nothing. It's up to you. If they jump a friend of ours, then we go look for the person, and if we can't find the person, then we look for the person's friend.
And if you find the friend, you kill them?
Yeah, if it's necessary, yeah.
So you've killed people before?
I believe so, yeah. And that's, I regret it because I know how it feels to lose somebody.
Right. Right.
And I want to be able to see my baby turn 16. So I want to be living until,
Do you have to do it to survive?
Nah, it's not that. It's the people you hang around with.
You just get into it?
Yeah, you just grow into it.
Well, maybe we should have a show sometime here on LoveLine with people like you and can talk about this stuff, All
right.
Do a lot of the gangbangers listen to this show?
Well, some of my homeboys do. They listen to your show, and they like you and they like Dr. Drew.
That's good.
But they don't like the music.
But they like us, right?
Yeah.
So if they see us walking the streets, we're all right. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Call those numbers, man.
All right, man.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's pretty heavy stuff, huh?
I want out now.
Yeah, exactly. Where's Phyllis? We need her. Phyllis. Wait a minute.
She missed the moment.
Yeah, I think we need her right now.
Hello, Dr. Drew?
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to let me off this because I find it very depressing, and I can't relate to this at all. Do you hear?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen,
I find it most depressing. I thought it was a funny show.
Really? It's too much for you, Phyllis?
Too much. Can't stand it.
Well, do you want to give some more calls a try?
No. I want out.
All right.
Good night.
Okay. Phyllis? Jeez. And there you go. Anytime it gets heavy, we need Phyllis to keep it in proper perspective. Anyway, the Throwing Muses are in here. Do you guys have any comment on that at all? You guys are from Boston. I get, anybody? Nothing? Heavy.
It's numbing. I mean, from Boston, it's not the same you don't see that. You hear about it, and so you're really out of touch. And it's very heavy. It's hard to comment on something like that.
Well, there's people like me. I mean, I haven't grown up with that either, and I grew up in Southern California. Even people that grew up here, we know it goes on, but we haven't seen it. Oh no! Here's the facts. Poorman, I think that Ernie, Soho, Phyllis Diller, and Paul Weller should go bowling sometime. From Justin. These are all the people that walked off the show. Ernie. Oh man. Okay, let's go to Valley 1. And we've got James, 15 from Van Nuys. James? Hi, you're on LoveLine with the Throwing Muses.
I was like sleeping at my friend's house, right?
Right, let the band help you on this one. Go for it.
All right. Should I just go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was sleeping at my friend's house, right? And then all of a sudden, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I see my friend jacking.
You gotta talk up. You woke up in the middle of the night and what?
And I saw my friend jacking off. And I don't know what to do now. I don't know how to confront him, like how to look at him, or like how to help him, or like if I should tell his parents, or what I should do. What do you guys think I should do?
Why do you have to do something?
Yeah.
No, I mean, why do you think you have to do something?
Yeah, because I don't know how I feel different around him. I don't feel the same.
How old are you?
15.
How old is he? 15?
Yeah.
God, I don't know, boys.
Huh?
Why do you feel do you think he shouldn't have been doing that, or?
No, it's just like I feel different around him,
You just feel awkward around him now.
Yeah,
Maybe if you told him that you saw it and
Are you embarrassed?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed, because like Pierre's my real good friend and stuff, and just thinking about somebody doing that, and I'm right next to him,
Yeah.
That's kind of disgusting. Personally.
How long ago was this?
About 2 weeks ago. But I've been trying to get in, but I couldn't get into you guys.
Maybe you just have to start living with it for a while, since it's something that he obviously does, and he's still your friend.
Yeah.
Maybe it has to be part of your picture of him.
Yeah.
It's okay that he does it.
So you guys don't think I should go?
We got a new person. We got a new guest here. This is the manager. Who's this?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah, it's okay that he does it. You don't have to.
Dude, I spank the monkey sometimes, but not in front of friends.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he can't get the real thing. That's sad. If he can't get the real thing.
He's 15 years old, man.
But still, I get the real thing.
Yeah, but someday, listen, he might get it more than you. He goes in phases.
Well, maybe he can, and he does this too.
You just don't want to be around when he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Did you say anything how did you know he was doing it?
Because I just woke up. Because I'm like.
Well, okay, let's recreate it. You woke up, and how do you know that he was doing that?
Because I looked over, and it was just hanging out, and then he was stroking it.
And where was he sleeping?
Right next to my bed, because there's like 2 beds in his house, and his brother wasn't there.
Is that what bothers you?
What? Yeah, I was in his house, and that's sick, I mean, he should have went in the bathroom or something.
Or either that, or made sure you weren't in the next bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least done it under the covers to get a humming motion going, huh?
Exactly.
What? No, it's just a vibrato on the covers. You can just see the covers just pulsating.
All right.
Don't sleep at his house.
Hell no.
That would make, that would make me sick too. I'm serious. If I just saw some guy just stroking the big salami roll.
I mean, what if he was doing
How far away was he from you?
About maybe 4 feet.
Yuck.
Imagine,
did he climax, do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking
he could have nailed you.
Huh?
He could have nailed you with a squirt.
I know. And what if he was doing it on me, thinking about me or something?
All right, poor man, you ready to stop now? Are you done?
You got to admit, though, would that impress you?
I think maybe that's what's upsetting to you. Maybe you're concerned or afraid that perhaps this was something directed at you.
Yeah, man.
And I suspect it is not. And I think your friend ought to be your friend. It's unfortunate it's happened. It offended you. It frightens you. Just see if you can just put it down and assume that your friend is not having sexual fantasies about you. And if he is, you'll find out soon enough. And you've got to tell him that that's not something you feel comfortable with. A little bogosity element here.
What happened?
He wanted to put the full name in of the person that you don't think I should tell him? That's what he said, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? He tried to throw in his friend's full name?
Right.
Maybe that isn't bogus, though. Maybe he just...
No. It was thrown in a very unusual way.
Okay, I was just talking to Scott about it because we had a... Never mind. You won't even want to hear this. Anyway, well, let's take care of some more business. And the Throwing Muses are still here. Kristin now, and Bernard, and David. What do you think, guys?
It's an interesting show.
You haven't done any band interviews and shows similar to this, huh?
All the time.
We do throw rubbers around a lot, but...
Tell me about this. You guys throw rubbers at your concerts?
We don't mean to. We just keep playing on, Condom Festival Day and stuff. I guess we look, safe sex-ish.
Are you guys playing in town while you're here?
Soon. In a week, we'll be playing at Club with No Name and also Bogart's.
Really? Do you have a date on that so people can get tickets?
I would say that.
Here it is.
Monday.
Oh, okay. The name of your LP is Red Heaven. The band is doing 2 low-key gigs in the LA area next week, but we can go ahead and plug these low-key gigs, right? This is going to be Club with No Name, Monday, July 17th, and I believe that's on Highland between Santa Monica and Sunset. And then Tuesday, July 18th at Bogart's in Long Beach, which is in the Marina Pacifica Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been to both these places.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we'll get back to some more. Oh, and one reason the Muses can exist without much radio is because they're huge in the UK. So you guys are very big. I see this. Howie writes me this little note. Okay. Anyway, here's the phone numbers for LoveLine. 520-1067 if you're calling from LA and San Gabriel Valley. Orange County 977-1067. The San Fernando Valley 764-1067. And our fax machine, again, 818 or 213-520-1FAX. And we'll be back with more LoveLine next on 106.7 K-Rock. It's 106.7 K-Rock, KROQ-FM. Everybody, Throwing Muses, Bernard, Kristin, David, want to sing the LoveLine jingle? I know you guys heard us sing it. You heard Phyllis. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. LoveLine. I was just talking to Dr. Drew. We were talking about the Olympic. And Magic apparently is going to be coming back to the Lakers. I've asked you this before. Apparently the doctors have to clear him. And what do you think? Do you think he could come back and play basketball again, Drew?
Yeah, he's playing right now. You can see him.
What?
Yes, I think he's playing now, obviously, poor man.
So you wouldn't think that would deteriorate him faster?
No, not necessarily.
So if you were his doctor...
It might make it harder for him to perform at a high level if he's on all these medications.
Right. But so you would advise him if he wants to go ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's cool. Larry's going to retire. You guys are from Boston, right? Do you follow basketball at all?
A little bit.
Not a lot.
Larry Bird, you retire?
Larry Bird, I heard, is going to retire. Wow. And Scott, you're coming up at midnight. I guess we're going to plug this. We got the K-Rock Concert Vaults, Sugar Cubes, and
an awesome show.
And Crowded House.
The Sugar Cubes live from the Palace, live recorded, of course, from the Palace. And then we're going to go right across the street to the Capitol Records parking lot and hear Crowded House when they played live at Capitol Records about 1.5 years ago.
And what's that, about an hour and a half starting at midnight, right?
Yeah, the K-Rock Concert Vaults. So looking forward to it right after LoveLine.
Oh, no, we got a fax from Ernie, that listener love doctor. Get it straight, poor man. I did not walk off the show. Okay, Ernie. We had a listener named Ernie who was kind of like...
Was he the guy from like Sesame Street?
No, he looks like John Avila of Oingo Boingo. He really does, exactly like it. Okay, we got Amanda, 18 from Upland on Orange County 1. Amanda. Hi, Amanda. You're on LoveLine with the Throwing Muses, Kristin, David, and Bernard.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi.
I wanted to call because there was a call in there earlier about the lady having a problem with swallowing, and I have a problem with it too. Because I want to and everything, but it just like really tastes bad, and I can't stand it.
You know, we ought to
Yeah,
throw.
if you can't, you can't.
We ought to throw on. There's another call related to this. This is Carla, 21 from LA. Carla.
Yes.
Hi, Carla. Turn down your radio.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, did you just hear Amanda?
Yeah, she has a problem with swallowing.
Yeah, and what's your problem?
No, I want to. It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't. I gag on it.
And Carla?
Yes?
For you, there is nothing to gag on.
Exactly. I wish.
Well, Kristin from Throwing Muses, the singer, what do you think about, first the gagging thing?
Well, first of all, you're both people, and the people you're sleeping with are sleeping with a person, and that...
Oh, no, I'm not. This is Amanda. My boyfriend and I are the first for each other.
You what?
We're the first for each other, so we haven't been sleeping with anybody else.
Oh, what I meant by that was that you're a person, and so he's sleeping with you as a person, and
okay.
And you have a sex life all your own, apart from what you're doing with any given person. So when he's sleeping with you, that's what he gets, and you're a valuable person no matter what you decide to do in bed.
Yeah. Well, see, what I was asking was, is there a way that we can change the taste of it or something, or is that just the way it is?
Yeah, with pineapple juice, as you know, it makes the semen tastier. Do you remember that when we first started doing LoveLine 5 days a week, the pineapple juice experiment? Where they said that it makes semen taste better. Huh? Or pineapple coconut yogurt.
God, what a thought.
What does he like eating?
I don't know. Not that.
What does he like to eat that you've noticed?
I don't know.
Name something.
I mean, nothing like that.
What does he like? What does he eat? Fast food?
Yeah, like hamburgers, pizzas, I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's probably full of cholesterol. Your body just rejects it immediately.
Get him on the pineapple juice.
Guys, my problem is really serious. I don't think it's really funny. I wish I can give him pleasure, but I just can't.
You can't get the guy to come.
Am I doing something wrong, or is it him, or is it me? Is there like a class? I don't know. That's stupid. Is there a class? But is there like a book, or?
Yeah, there are lots of books.
To say how to do it right?
To say how to do it in a lot of different ways.
Okay.
But also, if you're reading one of those books, don't pick a page and decide to follow it, because if it isn't coming naturally to you, it probably isn't going to work anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think, this is really embarrassing, I'm sorry to ask, but, the guys, anybody there, have they ever had it happen where it just wasn't good and it just didn't happen?
I'll tell you my own experience. This is Poor Man talking. Mm-hmm. When I was a little bit on the younger side, before I became very 28-ish, it wasn't as easy. But now, every time, I think any woman could get me to shoot the load of love.
Really?
Yeah, Phyllis Diller.
As you got older, or is that it?
As I got older, it got easier. No, Phyllis Diller could not do it. First of all, Phyllis would not be placing her lips in that region of love. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Bernard, David, what do you think? Is there any way to...
Well, does your boyfriend tell you that he's disappointed?
I don't think he has the heart to. I just finally
Well, I mean, he could be just as nervous about it as you.
You think?
Yeah, that's very possible.
Okay.
Yeah, all the books in the world are going to do nothing if you guys can't communicate with one another and tell each other what you're feeling and what your needs are. Mm-hmm. There is no manual or book or literature out there that can help you if you can't get past that.
Okay.
He's got to be able to tell you, and you need to be able to ask him.
Uh-huh.
Amanda, what were you going to say to Carla?
Well, I just had a comment about that, because a lot of times, if you're concentrating on it and you're trying to make it happen, it doesn't work. A lot of times, if you just kind of let whatever happen, if you're doing something else and you just kind of let it happen, it'll work better.
So just pretend like you're just sucking on a popsicle or something.
Well, no, not like that, but just, try and, maybe do something else instead of going straight to his genitals. I don't know what you guys do in bed, and that's fine with me.
Where else would you go?
I don't know, just kiss him all over. Try and excite him first.
That's true, because he could be tense from all the attention paid to you trying to do it right.
Yeah. I don't know.
So basically, ladies, should she just keep experimenting and eventually that?
Yeah, try new stuff.
What, Dr. Drew?
Your summary is poor. It was just that basically she should not be so focused on performing, and she should begin to communicate. She must ask him what his needs are, and you have to find a way to open that line of communication. Okay? You there?
Thanks a lot, guys. I just want to say, too, that I love you guys a lot. You're really good. And thank you, Poorman, for not changing after all the criticism that you get.
Hey, it's just, I'm me. What can you do, you
You're
know?
really beautiful. You are.
Hey, you are, too. Is this Amanda or Carla saying that?
Carla.
Thank you, Carla.
Take care of yourself, babe.
Okay, don't worry about it. Listen, it's not science.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you'll succeed with this guy eventually.
Thank you
Well,
so
call
much.
us back and let us know what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Like I always say. You know, why don't you guys perform it live on the show? Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. I like those calls. Those are a couple of very good calls, don't you think, Dr. Drew?
Okay, they're fine.
Do you want to go to an AIDS call now? Okay, Valley 1. This is Carla, 13 from another Carla, 13 from Sylmar. Carla?
Hello?
Hi, you're 13, huh?
Yes.
And still up listening to LoveLine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you normally stay up this late
Yeah.
to listen to LoveLine?
Yeah, but the problem is that we're going back to school this Monday.
So what happens when you go back to school?
I don't care. I'm going to keep on listening.
Very good. Okay. Listen, as long as you listen to LoveLine, it's better than school.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what's your problem? Say hi to the Throwing Muses, by the way. They're still here.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have heard that you said that it's not possible or it has not been proven to get HIV virus by kissing.
No, I said that's a potential route, but Poorman's always careful to jump on that and say, have there ever been any recorded cases? And I'm not aware of any. Any exchange of body fluid is a potential route of transmission.
It's because...
It's basically Poorman trying to protect himself. You see, he wants to know that there's not a chance on Earth that he could possibly contract this illness.
So it's like...
But it is possible.
Like a meteor hitting you.
Okay?
Okay,
Am I right on that? It's like a meteor
It's
falling from the sky.
it would be deep. You would have to be deep kissing, and it would be awfully unusual event.
Yes, my teacher said that you could get it.
You can.
Yeah, by French kissing.
That's right.
But again, there have been no recorded
Poorman,
cases.
stop defending yourself.
Well, you said there have been no
Go
recorded
ahead.
cases.
Go ahead.
Because I don't want to freak out.
Go ahead.
I have a question for Poorman.
Carla.
Yes?
Yeah.
There was this girl called that she thought she was pregnant because her menstrual cycle was late, and you said you were going to call her back.
Yes.
What happened with that girl?
A week or two ago.
You know, I think we must...
I knew you'd lose that number.
Didn't I give it to Scott or to Ann?
You say...
What did I say I gave it to Scott or Ann? Do you remember?
Ann.
Oh, Ann has it?
Because she's...
Can you open the door there?
Ann. Ann. Yes, we do give you numbers sometimes.
Not give me a number.
What did I say on the air, Carla?
That you were going to give it to Ann because she remembers everything.
You made a joke about that, but you never pass it off.
I didn't give it to you? No. So, well, the girl who got pregnant, if you're listening tonight...
We're going to find out the test results.
Yeah, call us with your test results. What? Yeah. Was that on the psychic show? Carla? With the show with the psychic, do you remember?
I'm not sure. I think. But
okay, well,
I don't remember.
Anyway, whoever you are, if she's listening, call us and let us know. All right, Carla?
Uh-huh.
Thanks for your call.
Wait, can I say something else?
Sure.
My mom wanted you to know that she works in this company, and everybody in the whole company listens to you guys, and they think you're great.
What company is it?
Chicago Title. I don't know. Data entry.
Really? And they listen to LoveLine while they're working at night?
Yeah, they work very late.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're hearing us talking about all these lovely topics, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Does your mom mind you listening to this?
No, she thinks it's great because kids should know about this. And it happens, so you can't avoid it. It's just there.
Thanks, Carla.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, listen to this. To Poorman from Anonymous. We got a fax here from Digital Dynamics. I guess I shouldn't have said that, huh?
I'm real anonymous.
I don't want to call in my voice because too many of my friends would recognize my voice. My girlfriend and I have a sexual problem. I'm 19 and she is 35, and she can only orgasm when I rub her clitoris with a toothbrush. I don't necessarily enjoy this,
Would that be a soft bristle or a hard bristle?
Well, let's read on. I don't necessarily enjoy this, and I don't think it is normal, but I don't know what to say to her. We talk about sex, and she seems very satisfied with this as a solution. I'm not satisfied and would like some other suggestions. What are the most common methods for women to reach orgasms?
She's also helping to prevent plaque in that area, too, I suppose.
Do you have any comments on this?
No, that sounds really painful. I don't.
You would not recommend the toothbrush for anything but brushing teeth?
No, I can't say that I would.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to another call here. On Valley 2, Mike, 24 from Newport Beach. Mike.
Hello there.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Speaking of which, Mike, before we get to your problem, I've been for 2 weeks a surfer who surfs in Newport where I go out. He wanted to know about surfer's ear. You know, when you get your ear clogged shut. Do you know anything about that? What you can do for it?
Poor man, he needs to go get the ear examined. There are many, many, many things that can cause the sensation of the ear being full if you're swimming a lot. I mean, it could be wax, it could be otitis externa, otitis media, it can be all kinds of different diagnoses. He must be seen. Okay, this business of just guessing what it is and putting something in your ear does not work, right?
Spin the wheel of diagnoses here on K-Rock.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I was wondering, every time when I go out, to meet girls and stuff, I always have to drink, and in order to talk to them, I guess I'm kind of I don't have any confidence. And I just wonder if that's a problem.
Is there alcoholism in your family?
No.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a problem with alcohol. It means you have a problem with your self-esteem and your ability to assert yourself and then seek out relationships.
Yeah, well, another thing is I'm not afraid to admit this. I'm overweight. Poor man knows me.
Is this the guy who was at the Huntington Harbor Red Onion tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
That's not your name, Mike.
I know, but that's what I use.
You're the one at Moon Nissan, right?
Yeah.
Dude, is this really your problem?
Yeah, it is. Because it's true. Because every time when I go to places, in order for me to talk to girls, I have to have like a couple drinks in order to do that.
You're probably about, not to put you down, okay, but you're probably, about 50 to 70 pounds overweight, maybe?
I'm about 150, probably. I weigh about over 300.
And how tall are you?
5'10".
Well, Kristin, what would you tell?
I think that's just about everybody's problem, no matter how much they weigh.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to have a few drinks before I came on this show, for instance.
Did you really? Why?
For the same reason. He has a few drinks, I suppose.
Because, it's kind of frustrating sometimes, It's like you want to talk to somebody, and then you have to go out and have a couple of drinks or whatever. And
is there anything you can do besides have a couple drinks?
Well, I went to order a Coke, and the bartender, looked at me. Kind of funny.
Oh, well, that's his problem.
Yeah. But, last night, I went over to this place that had karaoke night. And in order for me to do that, I had to have a couple of drinks to go up there and sing, 10 songs.
Yeah, it would take so many drinks to get me to do that, and I'm a singer.
Yeah. And I think you're good, too.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just want to say, this show is really good. I listen to it, and I tell my friends to listen to it, too. But you got to get a little bit on the serious side on this.
On your call?
I mean, not with this swallowing stuff.
You have my full support on that.
I like Poor Man, I like you guys, but it's just sometimes it gets a little out of control. And I'm a guy that likes to have fun, but it gets a little out of control sometimes. Just like when you went away on your vacation, your grossest sex problems.
Yeah, I know. I'll never go on a vacation again.
No, but I'm not putting you down, Poor Man.
Mike, now I'm gonna have to drink.
All right. I think you're cool.
Okay. Well, no, we'll try to be a little more serious. But in your case, hey, there's no reason why you can't get women.
Yeah.
It's all in your head, I think.
But I think that contest was pretty funny, though.
Oh, that I did tonight, the hide the cucumber?
Yeah, I had the melon, remember?
Right, that was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Okay, man.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We got to take care of some business, and then we'll say goodbye to our guests on LoveLine on K-Rock.
Stores.
And I want to thank you guys for coming in. The Throwing Muses. Let's give them a round of applause. It's really funny. This show has got a lot of bands on that, we're like Jesus Jones, for instance. We had the Cult in the early days. I'm trying to think about. We've had a lot of bands that just skyrocketed, you know. Beverly Hills 90210 people, they used to come on begged to be on the show. Now you can't find them. And we really appreciate you guys have some great music, and I wish you all the success in the world. And thanks for being on LoveLine tonight.
Thank you.
It's the Throwing Muses, and you're playing 2 gigs at the Club with No Name. When's that happening?
Monday the 17th.
Monday the 17th, which is a week from Monday. And then you're also playing Bogart's the 18th? Tuesday the 18th. And then, of course, Thursday the 20th is my birthday. I'll be 29.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Some of us know the truth.
Huh? Anyway, thanks you guys, Kristin and David and Bernard. Best of luck, you guys.
I thought you were going to be 27 this year. I thought it goes the other way.
Yeah, will soon.